I'm Roseanne Summers, and I have been with the Meadville Summer Parks program for all 4 years since we started in 2022.
I'm Megan. This is my second year doing the program.
I'm Ava, and this is my second year.
So in 2025, it was the second summer that we were able to employ high school students, and this year the grant from Crawford Heritage made it possible for us to hire those high school students, but also beyond that to provide them with really high quality training. Nicole from Raising Wonder came in and did some wonderful workshops with all of us. She kind of explained child development at different ages and why kids do the things they do, and it helped the high schoolers to just understand a lot more where the kids were coming from and maybe why they were acting in certain ways.
First year, I definitely was not prepared. Like if something would happen, I would just be like, Miss Rose, I need your help. But the second year, for sure, when they would start like arguing or anything like that, especially siblings a lot lot of the times I would just say, do you want to go on a walk? And we would just walk around the park and get their mind off that. And then they would be able to go back and play like nothing happened.
My first year, kids would be fighting and arguing, and I wouldn't really know what to do. I'd go to Miss Rose and be like, so I don't really know what we're doing here. And then my second year, I took more of the step up, and I was like, hey, like, let's not do this.
We had a week of training, and I just think we felt way more prepared going into the camp. We learned how to deal with a lot of specific situations in the camp that we felt more prepared.
They got to role play different situations, and I was definitely able to see the result of that training and their interactions with the kids at the park. I think they felt a lot more confident and also just a lot more compassionate toward the kids, knowing what was going on in their brains and bodies that might cause them to act in that way.
We would split up into groups, and we would like pretend like we were the kids almost, and we learned how specific situations, like what to do when the kids were arguing over certain things and stuff like that.
I feel like training helped a lot with that, because then you like understand why kids act out the way that we did.
They were just so much more positive and compassionate toward the kids in the ways that they talked about them at the end of the day.
There were two kids that would play in the water. They loved crawfish, and if they had all these crawfish inside the bucket, I would say, okay, like the time's up, like put them in the water, and then they would get mad at me because they're like, oh, well, I already grabbed all these crawfish, like why would I release them? I'm like, put back in the water. But they would argue over it, so I'm like, okay, well, if we can't get along and share the toys, then we're just gonna put the toy up and you guys can go play with something else. And then I just kind of set a boundary and went with that.
So with your donations, we were able to fund the payroll for the high school students as well as their training. So your donation really provided jobs for 6 local high school students, as well as giving them a lot of life skills and coaching on working with kids, and just allowing them to have a wonderful summer full of play outdoors at Shady Brook Park.
When I grew up, I would like to work with kids in some way, and I think this for sure has helped me learn how to be able to deal with kids more and be more comfortable being around them by myself, knowing that I can handle them.
When I go to college, I'm majoring in criminal justice, and I'm looking at like social services, so I feel like working with the kids now will help me a lot in the future. So I really like the program for me, like working with kids and working with people. So yeah, this program helps a lot with all those aspects. Thank you so much for your generosity.
It made a big difference in the staff and the kids' lives.